All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to give all praise and honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahawashi, Ba'ashem Harakah Kodash Bakathum. Double honor to the apostles and elders of the great millstone and to all the arguments across the globe. Pushing the word in truth and sincerity, I want to say Shalom. Sadai Nawa from the great millstone campus, Chicago. With a quick little little lesson, going into this whole Kanye West situation. All right, and although he's ruffling feathers and he's attempting to shine light on who we are as far as being Israelites, he's not a prophet. All right, so he's not a man of the Lord. All right, because the spirit of Yahweh Shem outside, the spirit of prophecy. All right, and we must not forget that he is still in league with these elites. All right, he didn't get his way and he's upset. All right, just like a woman scorned. All right, she don't get her way. She starts to air out all your dirty little secrets. Let me write this down real quick so I can get hold on, Salakio, give me a moment, Baba Kushah. Oh yeah. Okay. We must not forget that he's still in the league with these guys. He still has plenty of opportunities that the average Israelite doesn't have. He still has connections that the average Israelite doesn't have. Although he's uncovering the tactics and the hypocrisy and the ill dealings of the elites, all right. He still had to turn around and apologize, you see? So one can only imagine what they came at him with to make him apologize, all right? It didn't have to be sincere, it didn't have to be, he didn't have to, like it or whatever, but whatever was talked about, he agreed to apologizing, all right? Whether it be a half-assed apology or not, the fact that he did it lets you know that he is not, or he has not as much power, or he is not as rebellious as he might lead people to think. All right? So through the spirit of Yahweh Shem outside, Lord willing, this lesson edifying. We're going to get into Jeremiah, the 28th chapter, 28th verse. It says, "The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence." You see, he's a whistleblower. He's not a prophet, okay? The men of the Lord are prophets, and they're whistleblowers for the fact that we have been, when I say we, I mean the Hebrew Israelites, all right, starting way back in the 60s, have been uncovering the deeds of Esau Edom. He has been revealed. The man of perdition has been revealed. We know who Esau Edom is now. Okay, we know that he is destined for destruction. We know he's going to slavery. All right, we know that Babylon is going down. All right, and we do know that the people sitting over there in Israel are not the Israelites. Okay, and our job as being a watchman, all right, is to let the world know that World War III is here. The MOTB is going to be implemented worldwide, which is the mark of the beast. All right, we're here to tell you that famine is coming. We're here to tell you that the dollar is crashing. Okay. And we're here to tell you that Yahweh Shem Yahawashi is going to crack those clouds with those chariots to deliver Israel, the elect, and to render Babylon their judgment. You see, this is the job of a prophet, not a whistleblower. You see, and let's not get confused that what he's doing, he has used his platform to reach a great deal amount of people, But let's not diminish the work of the men of the Lord, that what they have been doing for the last 60 years, man. You see? And recently, within the last, what did they say, 2007, you see, when the brothers first got on, when the elders and apostles first got on YouTube, the plethora of videos that are going out every day, every minute, every hour, not by just Great Millstone, but a lot of these Israelite camps, man. You see? And yes, there are prophets in the elect in these other camps, man. And they've been exposing Esau. They've been putting these videos up diligently, all right, every day, every hour, every month, out on the highways and the byways all across the world, all right, from Australia to San Jose, from Hawaii to the Philippines. The word of Yahweh Shemiah Shai is being preached, okay? And what are they preaching? They're preaching the destruction of Babylon and the captivity of these Edomites, man, all right? And that's the job of a prophet, all right? Let me see. The Revelation 19, gets to the point. Revelation 19 and 10, and I fell at his feet to worship him, and he said unto me, see thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant and of thy brethren, that have the testimony of Yahweh Shai. Worship Yahweh Shai. The testimony of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy. All right, not going around ranting and raving about the deeds, about the misdeeds that Esau has done unto you. You see? These things that he is trying to unveil or to reveal is something that we have known all along, right? But you have refused to listen. You didn't take the words of Yahweh Shemiah Shai and the men seriously. You see? You have turned your ears and turned a blind eye to when the men of the Lord spoke about these things. But guess what? There's much more to just revealing who Esau is and his deeds. Although, yes, that's a good start. Kyrie Irving has talked about a book called Hebrews to Negroes, from Hebrews to Negroes, which I've had the CD, which is nothing that we don't know as far as the men of the Lord, because we study, we research, we go into these things, okay? But what about the prophecies? What about the end result of these Amalekites, of these Edomites? What about them going into captivity for 1,000 years and being destroyed? What about them going into their bunkers and the elect are going to get them out and put them in chains? What about the 12 gates that are going to be opened continuously in Jerusalem that's going to have the riches and the goods of the Gentiles, bringing them into our kingdom, man? You see? What about those ICBM missiles that's going to hit America? You see? What about the deliverance of the elect? You see? The men of the Lord are prophesying against this place. Kanye West is not prophesying against the downfall of this place, man. All right? Why? Because he still wants to continue getting fed his delicacies from off of Esau's table, man. All right? Let's not get things twisted, Akim. All right? And Akwaf, that this man is not a prophet. All right? Now get this, all right, because another thing that he doesn't do, he doesn't declare the name of the Lord. In Psalms 22, I will declare thy name unto my brethren, in the midst of the congregation will I praise thee. All right, so where is he declaring the name? All right, where is he declaring the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai? Okay? He's not telling you how to get salvation. He's not telling you to follow the law, statutes, and commandments of the scriptures. You see? And let's not forget, matter of fact, let me see if I can find it real quick. I believe he wrote a Bible. Let me see. So you see here, right here, the book of Jesus, man. All right. Okay. Well, they say he wasn't involved in it. All right, but you see him here promoting it though, with the book in his hand. You see? Whether he wrote it or not, he didn't stop the sales of it, or maybe he couldn't have the power to stop the sales of it. But point being, he didn't sue them. He didn't take it off the shelves. He didn't speak against it. All right, this man is nothing but a puppet. All right, he's nothing but a plant. All right, for Esau Edom, man. Okay. Let me see. Name given. Acts 4:12 says, neither is there salvation. Let me see. Acts 4:12 says, neither is there salvation in any other, for there is none other name under heaven given among men whereby we must be saved, man. Okay? So how are you going to be saved if you're not teaching the name of Yahweh Shemi Shai? The people don't know the name of their Savior, man. You see? He's still called on that other white meat, which really, in doing that, he's being a hypocrite. How are you going to call and expose Amalek without exposing who the while you're worshiping a pale-faced Edomite? You see? Proverbs 30:4 says, who hath ascended up into heaven or descended? Who hath gathered the wind in his fist? Who hath bound the waters in a garment? Who hath established all the ends of the earth? What is his name and what is his son's name, if thou canst tell, man? All right, and he knows the name. I believe he knows the name. He's watching the brothers. He's watching the elders. He's watching the Israelites, man, who are out here teaching the truth, and they have declared the name. The name Yahweh Shemi Shai is out. Okay, but here you are still calling on Jesus Christos as a power. All right, this man is not a prophet. All right, he's not a man of the Lord. I'm gonna get this. The Proverbs 23:1, when thou sittest to eat with a ruler, consider diligently what is before thee. See, when Kanye sat down with these record execs and these CEOs of these corporations, they offered him the sun, the moon, and the stars, creative control and stock options and percentages of these companies. You see? All right, but he didn't ponder these things about, because really, you know, I always say it is, well, the scripture says too. It says the servant is the borrower is servant to the lender. See, when these people are paying you, you have to act a certain way. All right, and when you don't, you see what happens to you. As in this case of Kanye West and many others. Said, put a knife to thy throat if thou be a man given to appetite. Be not desirous of his dainties, for they are deceitful meat, man. All right, all this flying around in private jets, all this A-class celebrity treatment that he has gotten over the years. You see? He wanted to sit with them, but not knowing, well, not considering sitting with them is going to get you dirty. Sitting with them is going to get you used, all right? So be not desirous of his dainty, for they are deceitful meat. Labor not to be rich. Cease from thine own wisdom. without setting thine eyes upon that which is not. For riches certainly make themselves wings. They fly away as an eagle toward heaven, man. And that's what you have seen, man. You know, some say he lost $1 billion, some say he lost $2 billion, man. Okay? All right? And if you really, truly are willing to die for this, and we brought it out on the line yesterday concerning that rich man, the parable of the rich man, all right, who didn't want to lose everything. That's why he had to apologize. He refused to be broke. All right? And that's the thing that separates men of the Lord from those who are trying to hold on to America, man. And that's what he has done. He's trying to hold on to a sinking ship. All right? So eat thou not the bread of him that hath an evil eye, neither desire his dainty meats. For as he thinketh in his heart, so is he. Eat and drink, saith he to thee, but his heart is not with thee, man. He tells you to, yeah, go ahead. You can make your videos and do your, create your shoes and your clothing lines, but you better be a good nigga and stay in line. You see, at the end of the day, they have control over that man. All right. I'm not gonna make this too long. Let's see. Oh shoot. It's lucky. Get to a point. Sirach 13. Damn, Sirach 13. Sirach 13 and 21. A rich man beginning to fall is held up of his friends, but a poor man being down is thrust also away by his friends. You know, and by no means Kanye West is poor, but let's think of it as being an Israelite still on the curses. Okay, he's poor compared to those who was taking his money away. All right, you know, and he has lost. I don't know. Maybe I ain't gonna say fans, so to speak, but he has lost people that have spoken out against him who were once with him. All right, but ultimately, it's talking about the men of the Lord, because when we speak upon these things, all right, we made ourselves a prey when we spoke out against these conspiracies that they have toward Jake. The food deserts in our neighborhood, the gentrification of our neighborhood, the miseducation of the schools in our neighborhood, the injustice and unbalanced policing of our communities. You see, we've been teaching these things for years, started with elders and apostles, all right, for over 40 years. But yet the so-called black community, they hate us. But we've done nothing but Kanye West has done nothing but regurgitate the teachings of the men of the Lord. All right? The rich man is fallen, he has many helpers. He speaketh things not to be spoken, and yet men justify him. The poor man slipped, and yet they rebuked him too. He spake wisely and could have no place. All right? You know, and you see this all the time, man, when these the elites are caught red-handed with doing unthinkable crimes and acts against humanity. All right, you know, you got the Epstein Island, you got the Pizzagate and things of that nature. Those people are upheld, they're tucked away, their crimes and deeds are swept up under the rug. You see? But let Jake, you know, get in trouble with the law. and see how fast they get railroaded and things snatched from them. You see? That's why we are not wooed by the celebrities' take and voicing their disgruntledness against the establishment. We're not wooed when Chingy said the tribe of Judah. We're not wooed with Kendrick Lamar. We're not wooed with Nick Cannon. We're not wooed by Kanye West and those talking about that we're Israelites, man. You see? Because at the end of the day, they're still in league with these Edomites, which are Amalekites, man. All right? When we speak upon these things, we're conspiracy theorists. We're a hate group. We get our pages struck. You see? We get shot at. We get ran off the corners at times. You see? So when a rich man speaketh, every man holdeth his tongue, and look what he saith, they extol it to the clouds. But the poor man speaks, they say, what fellow is this? And if he stumble, they will help to overthrow him, man. All right? And you're, and although Michael Rappaport is, I believe, either Jake, all right, there's a lot of people that are running to his defense. A lot of people who are running to the, to take the side of the powers to be, which is the Illuminati, which are the Esau Edom. The head tribe is Amalek. Okay, the head nation is Amalek. All right, and they say they're anti-Semitism and all these other things. All right, well, you can't be against yourself. You see. All right, but they use these media to put a spin on the narrative that's being pushed about them being very unscrupulous, or being very shrewd in their business dealings, man. You see? So I just want to say, what Devin said, call all y'all, but y'all shine. The one see Apostle Elder the Great Millstone. Until next time, Shalom and a Baba Ball.